Hi, my name is Cynthia, and today I'm going to give you my top 10 tips concerning MS. I have MS and I've had it for quite a few years. I'm going to go through some of my symptoms and some of the medications and how I resolve some of my symptoms. I'm not a doctor, this is just my life, and I'm going to give you what works for me and what hasn't worked. I was on medication when I first was diagnosed. I was on Avonex. And then I went to a different doctor and he put me on Copaxone, and I was on Copaxone for quite a few years, at least 10 years. And then when my doctor retired, and I went to another neurologist, and she put me on Ocrevus, Ocrevus, which is an infusion, and I take it every 6 months, and it has stemmed my disability so far. I have not had any new things happen to me, and I'm happy with it. I've had no problems taking the infusion. I don't know, other people have had problems with it, but I do like Ocrevus, and I would suggest talking to your doctor about it if you're thinking about changing medication. Now, I have uveitis as an inflammation of my eyes. I've talked to you about this in my other videos, that it's not really technically a symptom of MS, although my retina specialist says he does believe it's related to MS. And I have over the years been on cortisone drops for that. Prednisone, I'm on prednisone right now, and it's all taken care of, but I've had some major damage to my eyes. My retina has problems, and I think retina problems is related to MS, and I'll talk about that in a second. Now, restless legs, I do have that. I think it's related to my MS, and I'm on Pramapaxole, Pramipexole, and it does work. It helps me very much with my restless leg at night. So it helps me sleep better because I'm on that. And if you have that problem, suggest it to your neurologist. Spasticity, I take Baclofen, Baclofen for that, and it has taken care of it over the years, and it tends to, I don't really notice it that much anymore because I'm used to it, but I still take the Baclofen. I do have sleep apnea, and I think a lot of people with MS have this, and I use the machine, and it does help me to sleep at night with it. I have definite balance problems, and I take a drug. I just started taking a drug with that, and I don't have the name of it. It starts with an M, and it's been helping me, and I'm glad I'm starting to take it. But I also have walking problems with that balance, and I use a walker. I start out with a cane, and I gradually have gone to a walker, and at first I was a little embarrassed having to use it, but I'd rather have that than fall, because I've fallen in the past, broke my right ankle 3 times almost in the same spot. Don't want to break any more bones, and so I'd rather use my walker. But I also use dalphelphamine, Dalphamine, and that does help me. It doesn't really make the problems with walking go away. It just makes me able to walk a little bit faster than I normally would. And I do like it, and I've been on it for at least 5-6 years now, and it does seem to help me. Now, getting back to my retina problems, I've had detached retinas quite a few different times, and my retina specialist says it's related to my MS. And so I see him every 6 months, and he has me on prednisone right now because I have major nerve damage in my right eye. And I don't want to lose the vision, but down the road, maybe I will. And I'm used to it, and because I had that uveitis, I had major damage in both eyes over the years, and I contracted cataracts, and I have had that taken care of. I used to wear glasses. I don't have to wear glasses anymore, so in a way it worked out, but I don't want anybody to have to go through having cataracts because they're not a pleasant thing to have. Now, as far as fatigue, The way I get around my fatigue is I try to obviously get good sleep every night, but I also try to exercise, and it doesn't make sense that you exercise, it helps with fatigue, but it does. As stretching exercises, I try to walk as much as I can, and I have a recumbent bike that I ride as much as I can every day. So if you can do some exercise, join a gym, do whatever you can to get that exercise, because it does help the fatigue. It doesn't mean it goes away, but it does make it less of a daily problem for most people. At least for me it does. Now, pain. I think most people with MS have pain we don't really talk about. It's just, I have just more of a aching pain all the time, and I'm on gabapentin for it, GAPABENTIN, and it does help me. It doesn't get rid of it totally, but it gets to a point where I don't even notice it. And I think most people, when you have MS, you have aches and pains. After a while, you don't pay attention to it. You just get on with your life. Now, I do have heat problems when it's summertime and it gets to be over 80 degrees. I cannot go outside. I've tried cooling vests. It does help for a little while, but I tend to just stay inside where it's air conditioned. I'd like to someday go to Florida or somewhere warm, but I don't think that's ever going to work out for me. I'm in Michigan right now, and Michigan summers I can usually tolerate, except when it gets very hot. Now, it's a thing to think about when you have MS and get diagnosed. I thought right away I was going to be in a wheelchair right away. I mean, I went and bought electric carts and stuff like that, thinking I was going to be in it. I end up selling them because I'm able to get around. You get medications to help. You're not all going to end up in a wheelchair. Yeah, a lot of people do. Some people get primary progressive. I have secondary progressive. And I have disabilities, but you do learn to get along with them. In my life, I'm able to do everything. I can drive. I just can't golf like I used to. I can't ski. I can't really go out and shovel snow like I used to. I can't cut the grass. But you get on with life and you find other ways to have hobbies. So don't be totally depressed when you get diagnosed. Your life will be much better. And now, with new medications coming out, if you just got diagnosed and you're a lot younger than me, you're probably going to have a lot better chance of not having disabilities down the road. Well, I hope you got some good ideas from some kinds of medications that might help you. And if you did, give me a thumbs up. I try to download a video every Monday. Might not be on just this topic, but I will have other topics on MS down the road. And subscribe to my channel. I hope you enjoyed this. Come back and visit me, okay? Bye now.